my name's Katie. We are a frugal family of 5, and one of the ways that we save the most money on our budget is through saving a lot of money on our groceries. So I'm going to share with you the top items that you should stop buying if you're trying to cut back on your grocery budget. The grocery prices have been getting insane recently with inflation, and they are rising to such an incredible level. I can't even believe it. So trying to fight these extremely high grocery prices is really hard. But there are definitely ways that we can save a lot of money on groceries by just cutting out some items that we are maybe used to buying. So I'm going to share with you the craziest markup first. And then the last item I'm going to share with you is going to be my top item that if you cut this from your grocery budget, you will save the most amount of money. The craziest markups that are in the grocery stores right now are going to be found in the coffee aisle. You should definitely not be buying K-cups. So these Folgers Classic Roast cups there's 32 servings and it's $26.79, which is a total of 9 ounces for the whole container. This is one of the cheaper brands. There are others that are even more expensive. So instead of buying those K-cups, if you were to go down and look at this canister of Folgers, it is $11.99. It's on sale for $7.99 this week for a total of 25.9 ounces. So you're getting 25 more ounces for like a significantly less amount of money. If you have a Keurig machine and you really enjoy using it, you can get a stainless steel reusable K-cup off of Amazon for $9.99. And by using that and then buying the canister of coffee and refilling that, putting that into your Keurig machine, you can save like so much money. So the next thing also has to do with coffee, and it is cold brew coffee. The cold brew coffee is super expensive. It is like almost $7 for just 48 ounces. When we do drink coffee, we usually drink cold brew coffee. And instead of buying this pre-made cold brew coffee at like a ridiculously expensive price, we have a cold brew pitcher that we got off of Amazon. So by making your own cold brew coffee at home, you can save a ton of money. Okay, so the next thing you should never buy at the grocery store, if you're trying to save money, is any sort of pre-cut item. You are paying a lot of money for the convenience of it being cut up for you. Produce is probably the most common pre-cut item that people buy. This cut watermelon is $1.99 a pound versus $8 for an entire watermelon. It's not per the pound, so you can get the biggest watermelon that they have at a fraction of the price. So 4 slices of the watermelon is $4.20, which is way less than half of a watermelon. If you were to just spend 15 minutes when you get home from the grocery store every week, just washing and pre-cutting your fruit and getting it prepared in your refrigerator just like this, then you would save a significant amount of money. Another example of a pre-cut item that cost you a lot is just look at this cheese. So you can get the sliced cheese for $5.99 for 10 ounces, which comes to 59 cents an ounce. This is the exact same block of cheese. It's 16 ounces for $6.99, so it's only $1 more, which comes out to 43 cents an ounce. So this might not seem like a lot of money for just 1 week, but if you add it up over the year, out of all the pre-cut items you're buying, it is gonna end up being a lot of money. If you need the convenience of having things pre-prepared, whether you're busy at work or it just makes things easier as far as like serving size and knowing how much you should eat, just plan for that and pre-cut it yourself. The next item is canned soup. Each can is like $3 to $5 or more. And I don't know about you, but I eat an entire can, so that's just one serving for me. You can make your own soup for like a fraction of the price. I make large batches of soup for my entire family for less than $1 a serving. And plus you're cutting out all of the extra sodium by making it at home yourself. Another item is cooking broth. These containers of cooking broth are between $2.50 to upwards of $7 or more a container, and they usually contain about 4 cups. Instead of paying that price, you could, one, get these bouillon cubes. The chicken ones are $3.99 and make 25 cups of broth, or these veggie ones are $2.49 and make 20 cups of broth. Or better yet, just make your own broth at home for free. You can use the leftover either chicken or vegetables that you have and just make your own broth at home, stick it in the refrigerator, and use it when you need it. The next item you shouldn't be buying is anything that is single serve. Just to have the store go ahead and put it into single servings for you instead of getting a package where you just divide it up on your own, you are spending a lot of extra money. This oatmeal, the individual instant oatmeal, is $3.99 for a total of 7.9 ounces, which comes out to 50 cents an ounce. But if you bought this canister, it's the same price, it's $3.99, but you're getting 18 ounces, which is 22 cents an ounce. You're paying more than double for them to just measure out a serving for you. So another thing, these mashed potatoes, I was really shocked at how much these mashed potatoes were. They are $5.79 for a 4-pack. You could get these packets for $1.59, which has at least 2 servings. I didn't really look at how many servings there were. Or you could even get a whole box of potato flakes and just season them yourself. Or better yet, you can get fresh potatoes. They're cheap and healthy, and you can make your own mashed potatoes. If you like mashed potatoes and you want several servings for the week, just at the beginning of the week, make up a whole batch of mashed potatoes, mash them up yourself, divide them up into individual servings in your refrigerator, and then you're good to go and you've saved a ton of money. This applesauce was $3.15 for a 6-pack, which is a total of 24 ounces. And for just a few cents more, for $3.50, you could get twice the amount at 48 ounces. Another item to avoid are to-go snacks. Again, these are individually packaged snacks. They are $7.99 to $9.99 for these individual packages, when really you could just buy the box of snacks themselves and divide them up yourself. You should also stop buying paper products. Single-use products are money you are just throwing away for convenience. These paper plates are over $17. The bowls are over $7, $8 for cups. Plastic silverware is $10.99. And napkins, you can just use washable napkins. Not only are you saving money, but you are significantly reducing your trash waste, which is better for our environment. You should also stop buying storage bags. Storage bags are another item that are like a single-use product that you are just using once and throwing away. And you could just get some reusable storage bags and storage containers so that you're not constantly reusing things like Ziploc bags and plastic wrap. For a pretty small initial investment, you could save a lot of money in the long run. So the next item is frozen meals. These meals are not only pretty expensive, but they're really not a lot of food. I don't know about you, but one of these frozen meals does not actually fill me up. If you're eating these meals because you don't really have the time to cook, then I would really suggest looking into meal prepping once a week. You can spend a couple hours once a week just meal prepping your meals and getting your own meal prep containers that are pretty similarly designed to these microwavable containers where you can just pop them in the microwave and go ahead and prep your meals at the beginning of the week, and it makes it just as easy and convenient for you. Plus, the food you're preparing is more than likely going to be significantly healthier than the foods in these frozen meals. So the next item to stop buying is any type of hyperinflated food item. So right now at the time of filming this, it is February of 2023, and the perfect example are eggs. Because of the bird flu, egg prices have skyrocketed. So if you're trying to save money, you should stop buying eggs and find a temporary replacement. So if you're just eating eggs for breakfast, you could substitute it for something else like oatmeal or tofu. You can make some tofu scrambled. If you're baking with eggs, you can substitute things like bananas, ground flax seeds, or applesauce as a egg substitute. So here is my number one thing to stop buying if you want to save money on your grocery budget. And it's actually a broad category with a whole lot of little subcategories. The number one thing you should stop buying are drinks. By just drinking the water you have at home, you could save a ton of money on your grocery budget. So first, let's look at juice boxes. These juice boxes are super expensive. They have no fiber, they're not filling. So if you're getting these juice boxes to put in your kids' lunches, you should really just get them a reusable water bottle and throw in a piece of fruit in there. You can throw them a little mandarin orange. You should also stop buying bottled water. Bottled water is getting super expensive, and you have access to basically free water at home. Not to mention there's a ton of plastic waste involved in bottled water. So most people can just drink their tap water, but depending on where you live, you might want to get a water filter. We filter our water because there are a lot of chemicals in our city water here. Sometimes it tastes like super strong of chlorine. So, I mean, I'm glad there's no bacteria in our water, but I still don't want to drink all the chemicals that they put in some tap water. So we actually use a Berkey water filter. It filters out all of the chemicals. It's such a good water filter that you could even go outside and get standing water and dump it in there, and it would filter it out and completely clean it. It is a little bit more of an upfront investment, but it lasts forever. It's stainless steel. You do have to replace the filters about once a year, but I love our Berkey water filter. If you want a cheaper solution, you could just use, if you have a refrigerator with a filter, you can drink that water, or you could just get a cheaper pitcher style filter that just sits on the counter or in your refrigerator. So you should definitely also not be buying soda or sparkling water if you're trying to save money. Maybe just an occasional treat, but it's definitely not something that you should be buying on a weekly basis. Soda is just empty calories or artificial sweeteners, and definitely not a necessity when you're trying to save money. So the next thing, these energy drinks, I don't drink energy drinks, and I was just like shocked at how expensive they were. If you need an energy drink and a caffeine boost, coffee is so much cheaper. Or my husband actually suggested you could just get pre-workout. You can get about 30 servings for the price of 2 energy drinks. The very last thing you definitely shouldn't be buying is alcohol. Again, like the soda, it could be an occasional treat, but if you're trying to save money, alcohol is obviously super expensive and another drink that you should try to avoid. So our personal grocery budget is $400 a month for our family of 5. If you're interested in seeing more how I do that in like a week's worth of shopping and grocery hauls and meal prep, I have a playlist here that you can check out. Let me know down below if you have any other suggestions. I'm sure that I have left out some things, but thank you guys so much for watching.